If you are a parent, your kid start like seeing, hearing, talking, have a conversation with the unknown. The parents have fear of the unknown. They don't know everyone. That's very, very common among humanity, and that creates this anxiety in everyone.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christy, your host today for this episode. This episode is powered by Lux Media and owner Candace Barr, who is founder and CEO of Lux Enterprise. Please like and subscribe to Lux Media Studio. For more special episodes and to learn more, you can like them as well on YouTube or Instagram. So, welcome today to You Are the Medicine podcast. And as the owner of Illume Evolve, my passion lies in creating spaces for inner transformation. And one thing I would like today, just to kind of drop us in here, is a thought I was having. What life events are happening right now that are serving as an opportunity for each of us to break out of our preconditioning? So I found for myself the power of travels, career leaps, starting over in relationships have all served as opportunities for deeper awakening and clarity. I would like to invite anyone here to learn more, to join my community through meditation or retreats. You can find out more information on illumemeditate.com or on social media at Evolution W Christie. There'll be details in the show note. So, the thought of learning to sit with ourselves, learning to explore the edges of our boundaries, and learning to ask ourselves in these moments, where am I being asked to expand? Where am I being asked to grow? So, learning to lean in to areas that may feel uncomfortable. How can we do that? Learning to trust our own inner guidance in our own process. So sometimes I know for me, a thought I've been having this week is, how do I know when something's a yes or when something is a no? And I have a tool that I was introduced to a few years back by one of my coaches, Zach Goodson, and it's called the visioning exercise. And this is something where you start writing your vision for what you want to create in your life. And in that vision, it includes the statement, this or something for the greatest good of all involved. So, learning how to do the work is a one really powerful tool that I've used, and you keep it, and every few months can go back and revisit it, and it can be upgraded or changed based on whatever you're going through in your life. So, the universe is always co creating with us. And today we have Claudia Borges joining us to talk about her work. Claudia, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me here today. I really
It's
appreciate
such an honor. Claudia, and I would like to just introduce you to this audience, is going to talk about her craft and the power of Reiki and Theta healing. She lives here in Thousand Oaks, California, with her husband, Chris. And hopefully I'm saying this right. Your dog, is it Dosey?
Dosey, yes.
Dosey. Oh, yeah, I love that dog. So I've only met your dog once, but good energy. And Claudia is amazing. She's a spiritual life coach, a Reiki master teacher and practitioner, and Theta healing practitioner. And just to share a little bit about her, as a spiritual life coach, She helps guide and will help us today to learn more about the inner journey, working with people on their healing path. She also will share about her experiences that led her into this work and also her natural gifts. So, without further ado, Claudia, thank you for being here. And I'd like to just let you kind of share a little bit about who you are and the work that you're doing in your setting.
Okay, thank you. Well, I think the who I am today, I can define as a healer. But I wasn't a healer before. And if my story resonates with anyone, any of your listeners, I would tell them that if you are going through any pain right now, a chronic pain or a life change pain, um, rest assured that is the universe that is guiding you somewhere else much better, because that's what happened to me. So I got into the healing practice because I was very stressed. But like when I say, "Oh, she was stressed," no, it was like I had a nervous breakdown. So
Wow.
work related stress. And I remember in 2016 when I decided to take the Reiki classes as just a New Year's resolution. I didn't have any plans to work with energy. I was just like inclined because it was something that was on my wish list for so long, since in 1996 when I started receiving Reiki. And guess why? Because
Wow.
I was very stressed at work. And
Wow.
it was always about stress in my life, because I think something that we all go through. If you have a family, if you work, if has your own business, if you have your own business, we are always surrounded by stress.
Mm.
And one day a friend of mine told me, "I can't see you work until 10 p.m. every night, so just
Wow.
go and see my mom. My mom is going to help you because you have been so stressed." So because of that friend that kindly guided me into Reiki, to receive Reiki for my well-being, then I got like triggered and I said, "Wow, I need to learn more about this." But you have to work, you have to pay your bills. So in time passes, life takes you everywhere, right?
What
So
was, can I ask you just what was the sensations that now looking back, maybe now you go, I had these moments where there were things coming up, maybe were before the full burnout, before the whole like,
mhm,
the
mhm.
house came down.
What are the
Like the
sensations before?
signs or the feeling or sensations that maybe you're like, there were things coming up like that really
Oh,
now you're like, okay,
yeah.
yes, this is
So
stressful.
the first sensation or feeling was actually work-related stress. But then when I received the Reiki, I was really amazed by how someone can stand next to you and just lay their hands over your body. And then suddenly 30 minutes or an hour after, you are feeling completely different. You don't feel
Wow.
the stress anymore. You feel peaceful, you feel connected with your soul, and you feel lighter. So you get in front of this practitioner that says that they channel this energy, and then you lay down a massage bed, and then the practitioner put their hands over your body, and then suddenly boom, you will start getting connected with yourself again. So this was like an almost like an unbelievable moment in my life. And then I said, I want more, right? So I started going to this practitioner every 2 weeks until I could balance my stress level. And that helped me also with being more productive at work. So even though I was seeing my desk piling up, I was
Yeah.
able to look at that with different eyes. So it helps you in so many ways. That was the moment that I was receiving Reiki. But the moment that I really learned Reiki, and then you see that you don't need to have a special gift to learn. Anyone can learn and anyone can practice, because actually this energy that everybody talks about is this, energy that we are. So it is within us. So it's a different sensation after you learn and after you start practicing, because then you are awakening for a spiritual life, because you start seeing things different.
So, can you tell the audience a little bit about your upbringing? Did you have any familiarity, any type of spirituality background, or like what to even be open to this type of work?
That's a good question, because okay, so yes, so I grew up in Brazil. So I am originally from Brazil. Brazil is a very Catholic country. Everybody goes to church, but at the same time, everybody goes to spiritual centers. So we
Wow.
develop our spirituality very much. So we have many different cultures in Brazil. So we are very much influenced. My mom was very a spiritual person. I learned a lot from her. But there was one episode that happened that kind of like shut me off, because I was young and I saw her among her church friends receiving a channeling, a spirit.
Wow. Okay.
And then, because they were very Catholic, that group of women, they all turned their back to her,
Wow.
because they didn't know she could do that, and she didn't know that was her first time. So after that she realized that her spirituality was growing and she was a medium, and then she had to take care of that so it wouldn't happen again. But the point is, as we were there socializing, and I was with my mom, I was young, like 10, 11 years old, and this situation happened out of the blue. Nobody was expecting. Then I was the one that had to run and find someone to help my mom, because I didn't even know what was going on. I was too young and I have never experienced. Because of this, let's say, trauma, I told myself I would never channel a spirit. I would never work with spirituality. So I kind of like grew up negating my gifts. And I didn't know, honestly, that I had any gifts until after I started working with energy healing.
So, tell me, can I ask? I know that so having some of the gifts of like claircognizant, clairsentient, can you kind of talk a little bit to that for any of our listeners?
Yes.
This is like a new topic for them, maybe uh, these special gifts
Yeah.
as a foundation for your intuition.
Yeah. So here's one thing. Everybody, you and I and anyone else that is listening us, we are all born with these gifts.
Mm,
Okay. But the
okay.
point is, when we are born and we go to school, so you probably have heard that kids like 3 years old, 4 years old, they say, "Oh, I am playing with my invisible friend,"
Yes.
because they can see. Okay.
Wow.
But
Okay.
as you go to school, when you are like 6, 7, and you start going to school, you start getting into the society.
Oh,
So
the
having
programming.
special gifts, it's not something that, it's welcome in the society, in our community. So there is a tendency of parents and society and community to suppress that. So
Okay.
we don't develop our gifts, because parents don't want to be embarrassed about it. if
Okay.
your
So,
if your kid go to school and have a special gift, right? Um,
sure. What
yeah,
are some of the ones, if you can break them down?
Believing Before Seeing, a new bestseller by Candace Barr. Order your copy today.
clairvoyant is like the clear seeing,
Okay.
and if we develop that since we are young, everybody could see. But since we are guided to go to another path, so we disconnect. But after
Wow.
you start working with energy healing, a lot of people talk about intuition. Oh, I want to
Yeah.
develop my intuition. So
Ah,
when you start working with energy healing, you are developing your clairs, you are developing your intuition. Okay.
mhm.
So your intuition. So everybody has intuition, but the point is nobody connects with their intuition because their minds are too busy. There is no way you can sense or you can hear or you can see if your mind is busy. So
Okay.
you have to calm down your mind and connect with your energy, with your intuition, in order to know what's going on around you or what you have to do next.
Wow.
So, and that's where meditation comes into place. And what I say to my students and my clients is like, you don't need to sit like a Buddha, close your eyes and do a mantra or a mudra to meditate. If you
Right.
like to cook, if you like to drive, if you, I don't know, any other activity that puts your
Walking,
mind,
meditation. Yes.
yeah, that puts your mind in flow, you are meditating.
This
So,
is really interesting. So that one, the being clear seeing, it's like we come into this world. What I hear, is this correct? We almost come into this world with clear seeing, but because of pre-programming from society, it gets kind of blocked. And then we have to spend the rest of our adult life really reconnecting to
yeah,
this sense of deep knowing
yeah.
that we
So,
all had inside of us.
some of us follow this path in reconnecting with us, ourselves. The point is also when you look at phases in your life that society kind of like guides you, your parents, since you were born, you were told what to do.
Wow.
You know,
True.
you have
Yeah.
to go to school, you have to get good grades, you have to go like to high school and then college, and you know what, now it's time to get married. So and now
Yeah.
it's time to have kids. You are not gonna have kids. So
So it's interesting. I mean, if we all have, all of us have these special gifts, I mean, why do you think, you know, they say, and I'm going to misquote this, the arch of, why are we having this swing to the programming, just shutting down these senses? And again, we're going to get to the power of why Reiki is so powerful, why it can help to reopen, but why is it so heavy that these things are suppressed? The why, I'm just curious, like, why is this not more, why is this such a special art, or it's kind of this hidden, you know, understanding, this knowledge, why is it not more well known if we know it would help support us in our journey here in this on this planet?
something that just came to me is like a fear of the unknown.
Mm,
Okay, if you are a parent, your kid start like seeing, hearing, talking, have a conversation with the unknown.
wow.
The parents have fear of the unknown. They don't
Okay.
know everyone. That's very,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
common among humanity, and that
Yes.
creates this anxiety in everyone. So that's why I was saying that it's not like something that is welcome. When you say that you have a gift, people start looking at you like this, like, yeah, what's going to happen next?
Right.
It's just the fear of the unknown. And then
Right.
when you, it's normal, and then when you start working with energy, with holistic energy healing practice, for example, or if you decided to pursue your gifts because your gifts are there. I have many different students that come to learn Reiki for different reasons. Some people just want for themselves to open up their intuition, because
Okay.
it does open up the intuition. Because again, uh, the intuition is there. It's just because the practice of energy healing puts your mind into a peaceful state. And for you to discover the other side, you need to raise your vibration. And you raise your vibration by calming down your mind and being Reiki, like we say. We are there standing, practicing with no expectations. We are just there allowing this healing energy to flow through you. Yeah. And I call it divine energy. I don't want to label anything, but it's just like being there, allowing the energy to pass through you. And without thinking of anything, without being attached to the outcome, your mind goes into a theta state. It's a brain wave. Okay. And when you get to this point, then you are raising your vibration at this point, and then the spirit realms lower their vibration. Then you have this connection. So then you start getting messages, or you start seeing things because they show you things or they talk to you. And this is through your intuition, through your gifts.
So if, and I will say, for me, Claudia, and I, like you, came to actually work with you and do my Reiki training. If anyone is looking to be, to practice or learn the practice, I think for myself, I had explored theta healing with a practitioner, and I know that you also offer, and it just felt really, I think Reiki in particular, it really aligned because I was working with yoga, the chakra, opening up the chakras, balancing the chakras. And I was in Costa Rica, and I had a lady who did a treatment on me, and the messages that came through at the end, we had never met. And it was really just her presence working through, it changed. It was a life-changing experience.
Yeah. And it can happen to how I see this. So when you learn energy healing, you are an energy healer. You are not a psychic, or you are not a medium. Okay, you are an energy healer. But the point is, the more you practice, the more your channels, your energy channels, or your intuition grows, and more energy comes into you. And then you develop this connection. Some clients, we can get messages. The healer can get a message. Some clients, we don't get a message. Okay, and so it's not like mandatory or not like part of the package to receive a message. Yeah. The way that I see is like if there is a message for that specific person that is in front of me, that is going to add to the healing experience, the messages come. Okay, it's not a message that's gonna be like, oh, you can buy that red car because it's made for you. Like, you know what I mean? No, it's something much deeper. It's something much, much deeper. I have seen.
Would you say? What, like a client who is like, if they come to you, what kind of clients would you say you've seen benefit from the work of Reiki? Like they have an ailment or something specifically they're wanting to work through. They come to you and they want help, maybe saying, I want to experience Reiki. I have this going on. Like if you have any, what cases or what type of clients are seeking you out to do this work?
Well, for Reiki, it's more stress and anxiety related. Yeah, so people come with chronic pain, but I'm gonna be honest, Reiki can release the stress and anxiety that the pain is causing. And after we get to a point that the person is more at peace or accepting more that pain, then we do a theta healing to understand what is the root cause of that pain. Because the energy might be stagnant there for years, and now it is affecting your physical body. So your body is screaming. So that's why I work with Reiki and theta healing, because one technique complements the other. So
I love that.
yeah, and I do have chronic pain clients that yesterday we were in a meditation together and she told me, "Oh, I went for a hike yesterday, Sunday." And I was like, like you have chronic pain on your legs. So how come you were hiking? She said, "Yeah, that's why I want to tell you." So you
That's
see,
amazing.
and she has been
Yeah.
carrying this pain for 10 years. And
Wow.
we started this, and again, it's a holistic work. So we started last
I love
year.
this. Yes.
She has been coming for sessions for a year. But then we got to a point that she booked a Reiki session. And when she was here, she started sharing with me the intention for the healing. Because again, working with energy, you have to have an intention. So when someone has intention to heal, it's the healing goes completely different. Well, she was here telling me the intention, and then I said, "No, let's stop. This is not Reiki. We need to find the root cause of this." And then we start going through theta healing sessions, and a lot of things that
Amazing.
you cannot even think of, things that happen in your past that you are not thinking of it today because we're so focused on your legs or your chronic pain. You are focusing on the pain itself, not on the reasons why, you know. So when we start digging in, there is in theta healing, there is this process of digging. So when you dig and you find the root cause, then you release that stagnant energy and you replace it with a positive one.
Wow. So if anyone wants to learn more about you, your work, how can they find you, Claudia, to come experience a session, whether it be, well, the combination Reiki, Theta Healing?
I think the easiest way is the Claudia Borges Reiki.com, which is my website, or Claudia Borges Reiki, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook is all the same. All the same name, Claudia Borges Reiki. Yeah.
Well, I usually like to close out with just a few moments of a meditation. So if we
Sure.
have time, are we good? We can do that. And I'm so honored. Just thank you for coming on and talking about your work, Claudia, and just coming here into this moment. If everyone just finding yourself seated, maybe in a chair or lying down, beginning here to close your eyes down and connecting to your breath, allowing the breath to travel into the belly, and exhale, letting it go. Another breath moving into the belly, feeling vitality, the life force traveling through you. And on the exhale, just releasing a little bit deeper. And one more nice deep breath. This time, just welcoming this feeling of power, of calmness with the breath traveling down into the belly. And on the exhale, releasing, sealing off this time today, thanking yourself for this present moment. Eyes can open, coming back. Would like to invite anyone to find more information about Claudia and her work, her practice, this powerful work that she is offering in her community. And I also will be hosting upcoming retreats in Joshua Tree this May as well as in October. Would love for anyone to join who is looking for restoration, to connect to the energy of the desert in Joshua Tree, to join me in this space. You can find more information. This will be held at Mystic Sky Desert Ranch in Landers, California, Camp Vortex Retreats. And again, Claudia, if you have any closing remarks you want to share with anyone that's here, that's hearing this, hearing you, your work, would love for you to share that right now.
Yeah, so I just want to share that if you are going through a lot of stress, anxiety, or bumps in your life right now, just look for, ways to reconnect with nature, reconnect with yourself, to calm you down, and seek for inner peace. Um, yeah, and thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you.
It's a
It's an
pleasure.
honor. And hopefully we'll get to do more deep dive into the work. So,
Yeah, there's so
and
many things to talk about.
there's so many more topics on this.
Yeah.
And again, I wanted to just thank Lux Media, Candace Barr, for her work and how she supports women entrepreneurs. And like and subscribe to Media Studio. Um, and again, the links are below. You can learn more about illumeditate.com. And we will see you next Tuesday, same time, for another amazing episode.